Hello and welcome to my heavy metal kitchen. Today we're going to talk about some stuff you might have around your house that you've collected over the years, such as tickets and shirts, mementos, things like that. I'm sure you'll have a lot of them just as I do. So I thought I'd walk around and show you some things. Yeah, and I want to clarify something I said last week about LA Guns. They do have, that album is coming out, and they were signed to a record deal at Cleopatra Records. Keep your eye out for LA Guns because there's a lot of cool stuff going on with them. Mike Tramp had put out an album called Songs of White Lion. Now he has Songs of White Lion Part 2. That was announced like just after I made that video last week. They're still looking for a few more dates. They're doing a lot of dates, but they do like 4 nights in a row. I think I talked about this before. They keep going. And if you haven't heard guitar player Marcus Nand, he's really, really good. I just started listening to his solo material. Fantastic guitar player. If you like the kind of music I like, I'm sure you'd like his as well. So let's walk around and check out some of the stuff I have. I want to talk about my table. I thought about this for a while. Here, it sits in my living room. Instead of leaving them in a book, I thought, you know what, let's just put them on display and just throw them down. And I always wondered, and I keep picks in there too. So it's just a glass top table, and I got some plywood cut to the shape, and that's it. Put the glass over top. And yeah, I do like Michael McDonald. I saw that one there, M3. I go to that every year. Love it. I've probably seen Tesla and LA Guns more than any other bands here. Phil Lewis was nice enough to do an interview with me, and he also gave me a front row ticket, and I would never expect that. Very grateful. I did not go to that 10th anniversary tour, obviously. That came in the vault, but it's kind of fun to look at. My friend Brad had the coolest party in Atlantic City, and right next door from his party was Ace Frehley. That was a good time. My God, my eyes are so bad. Let's go. My first concert was Bon Jovi, and Cinderella opened up. But my second one was the Motley Crue Girls, Girls, Girls tour with Whitesnake opening up. That was pretty fun. Never saw so much booze in my life. I was only a kid. My friend Maria's brother took us. Again, he had taken us to a lot of shows. But yeah, I've seen LA Guns and Tesla probably more than any other band here. But, yep, good stuff. My Kiss clock, it never works right. I don't know why I have this here, but I do. But that's me. My aunt had done that. And let's see, there's another one my son did. Cross stitching, that's my thing. And I'll do like things like that. I do paint sometimes, but not all the time. I have to be in the mood. But I did a lot of cross stitching when there's my dog Stanley. I did a lot of cross stitching. I was working third shift. One my great grandmother did, which I think is pretty cool. Sarah Frances Hurley. And that's what kids did back then. They did a lot of cross stitching. So 1848. Wow. My friend Martine and I had gone to a she had won tickets to backstage barbecue or something like that, and it ended up being kind of a fluke, and Motley Crue never showed up, but Scorpions came out, and that was in 1998. Taking old items and repurposing them, that's like one of the things I love to do. That's another thing I like to do in my spare time. Furniture reupholstery, that used to be a mess. It was like rose colored. My mom had it as a little girl, and I told her one day I was going to recover it, and I did. But unfortunately, she wasn't around to see it. But when I did it, but I was really proud of that. It took a lot of work, especially in the back and whatnot. But I really like doing that stuff. Here's some other stuff on the wall. We'll talk about this also. My Kiss Migo dolls. My Kiss Migo dolls, I got them a long time ago. My moms are great. She happened to save it for me, and thank God for that. And I was able to bring them out and treat them right, because I used to take all my Barbie dolls and chop their hair off. But these guys are pretty well preserved. And just some various pictures of Kiss, and there's a picture of Vinny at the birthday bash, and that was this '78 solo album that was my first Kiss album. So this is kind of like my Kiss wall, and yes, I did go to the vault on the Kiss cruise, and I also got that painting. Paul Stanley said if they start fighting, put them back in the closet for a while. Other Kiss stuff. And I don't just like Kiss, I just have the long history with them. So I have Second Coming, and I don't know where they came from. Steven Adler. Those are my friends that are in a Kiss tribute band. And Lita, of course. And this was kind of fun to look at some of these old things. And please feel free to share some memories you may have. Maybe we went to the same show, who knows? And I'm curious, do you display your stuff out, or is it a problem for your significant other? Do you use the basement to store it? I'm curious. Anyway, share it in the comments, and I thank you for coming to my Heavy Metal Kitchen. See you next time. Have a great week.